Okay, good morning. Today we're going to read The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. And I'm only going to do half the story because it's so long. All right. Oh my gosh. Once upon a time in Kansas, there was a grandpa, there was Dorothy and her little dog Toto and her grandmother. And they lived in the country, and a big cyclone came like a tornado, and everything shook. The cows shook, the bed shook, the house shook, and everyone ran to try to find cover. Quickly, there's Dorothy. That means they need to find a place to hide. Dorothy was bounced around her room. Oh my gosh, she says the house whirled and twirled. And the dog jumped under the bed trying to hide. There's a cyclone coming. Wow, there it was. And the house lifted off the ground and flew up into the cyclone. And the house finally landed. There was Dorothy there. And there was a good witch. And there were some nice people here who saw what had happened. And the good witch said, oh my gosh, she says, you landed on the wicked witch of the west, she says. And, oh, look at there. There's the witch. And there's her shoes. My God.
Where's your shoes?
Right there. Look at that.
Oh.
And she says, you have made the wicked witch of the west die. Oh my gosh, she says, I'm so sorry. Oh, she says, the wicked witch of the west was very, very bad, she says. But she left you her magic shoes. And she says, those magic shoes will do something special for you. She says, what will it do? She goes, well, you have to go to the land of Oz and speak to the wizard, and he'll tell you what these magic shoes will do. So she grabbed up her shoes, and she walked across the bridge, and she headed for the Emerald City. Oh, there's the road. Oh my gosh. And on the way of the road, the yellow brick road, she met a scarecrow. Hey, he says, get me down off this pole. She says, what are you doing up there? I've been stuck up here for a very long time, he says, and I need to get down. So she cut the rope at the back, kaplunk, and he hit the ground. My gosh, she says, where are you going, he says. She goes, I'm going to the land of Oz because the wizard's going to help me get back home. And the scarecrow said, well, maybe he can help me. And she says, well, what do you need? He says, I don't have no brains. No brains, she says. That must hurt. No, not so much, he says. I don't really feel it, but I got no brains. I don't even know what 1 + 1 is. Wow, she says, that sounds horrible. Wow. As she walked down the road, they came to a little house. And inside the house was a Tin Man. And the Tin Man squeaked, help me. Oh, she goes, did you hear that? And the Scarecrow said, I think I heard that. Help me. And they said, well, what do you need? Oil me. And so she put some oil in his lips. And he says, oh my gosh, he says, thank you so much. He says, I've been standing out in the rain for months and months, but now I can talk. She goes, well, she says, I hope you feel better. Oh, I feel a lot better now, she says. She goes, where are you going? Well, I'm going to the land of Oz. Where? She says, Dorothy says, I want to go home. And the Scarecrow says, the wizard is going to make me smart. And the Tin Man said, well, maybe he'll give me a heart. I don't have a heart at all. Listen inside there. There was no sound. You hear that? He says, hollow like a bean can. My gosh, he says, well, you can come with us to the land of Oz. Oh my gosh. As they walked through the forest, out from the forest jumped the lion. And the lion tried to bite the dog. And the dog went, woof, 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 woof. And Dorothy came up to the lion and hit him on the nose. She says, you horrible lion, she says, why are you biting my dog? Oh, no, please don't hit me, he says. I'm afraid if you try to scare me. She says, but you scared my dog. Oh, I'm so sorry, he says. But I'm such a scaredy cat, he says. I hide, I pulled a pillow over my head at night when I sleep. She says, well, you know what? We're going to go see the wizard, and you can come with us, and maybe he'll give you some courage. He says, I think I'll go. Let's see what happens. Well, they ran along this patch right here. I never never saw that little thing before. And as they walked to the flowers, they started to fall asleep. Don't fall asleep, Dorothy. We got to keep going. The dog fell asleep, Toto. Dorothy fell asleep. The lion fell asleep. The scarecrow didn't. The Tin Men didn't. And they dragged them all the way through the flowers. Let's see if they get to the Emerald City. Oh, this is the middle of the story. I'm only going to go here and we're going to stop. They came to the Emerald City. There it was. And they went to go see the Wizard of Oz.
But what's this?
I'm going to look. And they looked inside. Who goes there? And they said, we're Dorothy. And we came to see the wizard. Go away, he says. No one sees the wizard. But he's going to help me get home. He says, are you Dorothy with the magic silver shoes? I am. Well, he says, come on in then. That's a different story. Oh, my God. And the wizard said, what are you doing here? Dorothy says, we've come because I want to go back home. Go away, he says. Go away, you're disturbing me. Oh, my gosh, and Dorothy felt so bad. And then the Tin Man said, we want to go. I need a heart. And Dorothy wants to go home. And the wizard turned into this magic lady. She says, I'll only help you if you get the wicked witch's broom. She says, but that's too hard. The wicked witch is too mean. Get the broom, she says, and I will help you. Oh, my gosh. But she says, at the witch's castle, there's a dragon who has 3 heads and hoofs. He says, get the broom and I'll help you. He says, but the witch throws out fireballs. Get the broom and I will help you. Uh-oh. They left the Emerald City and they headed off to the witch's castle. And we're going to find out tomorrow what happened with Dorothy, Toto, the Tin Man, the lion, and the scarecrow. All right. We'll find out tomorrow. See you later.